All right, welcome back to What's Happening at the Cat. How are you, Sean?
I'm doing great. How are you, Katie?
Good, thanks.
Yep.
So we have our first guest, our first interview guest experience.
Excited.
Super
so
excited.
Yay.
So we have a really special show. We mentioned the last time we spoke on July 20th.
Mm-hmm.
And we want to introduce our special guest. So, Sean, would you mind doing that?
Well, I want to introduce you, and I want to tell you this gentleman is very near and dear to me, become a really good friend of mine just in a short amount of time. He was here last year opening for Consumed by Fire, saw the show. They were great. He opened for them, and I said, oh, man, we got to have that guy back. So without further ado, Mr. Cliff Preston, and we have him right here via...
Hey, Cliff.
Yes. Hi, Cliff.
Welcome.
Hey, everybody. I'm so excited to be here. Thanks for having me on. I feel honored to be the first. And I'm probably the best person you could put first. It's all uphill from here, you know? Like
You set the bar. That's awesome.
It's going to get great after this.
Yeah, well, we're excited to kind of chat with you about the upcoming show, as we mentioned, at the Columbiana Arts Theater on July 20th, which is a Sunday evening.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So,
you want to tell us what we could expect, Cliff, for that night?
Yeah, I've been traveling since 2002. So I won't tell you how old I am, but you can start doing some math. And, definitely not in my 20s. I didn't start traveling when I was 3. But hey, I'm excited to be there. What to expect? I've been traveling for a very long time, and I have a great group of people that'll come with me, and we're going to sing songs that were written mostly out of just really cool times and really hard times in our lives. And our hope is that you'll be able to see God through the stories, and that it'll connect with you in some way, and that you'll be able to see Him, and you'll be able to worship Him or meet Him. Whatever that might be. It's always fun. I think the Lord has gifted my father with the ability to be really funny, and some of that I think rubbed off on me, and so I try to help people have a good time by being able to laugh and just have a wonderful time and relax and sing and worship. So it's going to be a good night. Excited that you're going to play, Sean. I'm pumped up to be following you. But Columbiana has become one of my favorite places to even say. And to be honest with you, when I saw it on we were going with Consumed by Fire, and I saw it on the thing, I was like, oh, we're going to Columbus. Nice. And then I woke up. You ride the bus, and you wake up. I'm like, this don't look like Columbus, and it looked like a movie. And
Sure.
And y'all treated us so well, and so I'm excited to be there, and I can't wait for it.
Did I hear you say correctly that you have written most of these songs? This is original material, right?
Yes, sir. So something that I've never understood, that God would take somebody who's not very intelligent and let them write songs. But I get to write songs, and all the ones we'll sing that night were songs that I've written either by myself or with some of my friends. And I'm a part of People and Songs, which is a label that was birthed out of songwriting and writing songs for the church. And Jenny Riddle is the head of that label. She wrote Revelation songs. So we call her the Revelator, and she doesn't like that much, but I love her. And but man, I've just been conditioned to write songs for the church for so long, and then I started to understand that there are people sometimes who aren't in churches. Maybe they're in a theater, and the things that happen in our lives can become these wonderful songs, and you can just learn to have church anywhere.
Yeah.
By helping people connect with songs and helping people connect with the Lord through testimonies. So basically, they're all testimonies, and I'm not sure how many we'll get to do that night. Probably 10 to 12 or so, but it'll be 10 to 12 testimonies that people hopefully will relate to and be able to worship along with us and leave filled with the Lord.
Yes, that's wonderful. Something to shift gears. Can you? One of the things that I've loved getting to know you is your passion for mental wellness, and you're going to be sharing a little bit of that. You want to take an opportunity to tell us the organization that you're partnered with? I know you're excited about that.
Yeah, so my dad, I mentioned him. He's really special, and you'll probably hear me talk about him uh, that evening. But he was a pastor and a professional counselor, so which is crazy to be honest with you, especially down here in the South. There's a lot of times where pastors think therapists are crazy, and therapists think pastors are crazy, and my dad was both of those things. And he passed away in 2015, which was really hard. But a lot of people approach me about, you know, hey, where do we go? And my thinking was, there's plenty of therapists around, like surely there are plenty of counselors or whatever. And I just realized that there weren't. And after doing a ton of research, I ended up starting this clinic back, and now I have a company called, or a nonprofit called Chasewell. And what we do is everywhere we go when we do concerts, and we did this on the last few tours, we ask that people help us and partner with us, and our goal is to leave mental health services in every town that we go to, and so we are constantly doing that, and that's what I do when I'm at home and not traveling. Is I'm going out and putting mental health services in different communities that we've been to before.
Yeah. Well, we're excited about that.
Well, yeah, that's really
Yeah.
awesome. What a great mission and something to really latch on to, for your group there in Arkansas and for everyone in Columbiana as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
And they're not just
we want to
crazy in
leave places
Arkansas, by
better
the
than we
way.
found them.
They're not just pastors and counselors. They're not just crazy in Arkansas too.
Yeah, I've been working with them long enough now that I know.
I mean, aren't we all just a little bit crazy? I mean, that's good to be a
Look,
little different.
I think if I don't want to talk to anybody who's perfect, they
Yeah,
just
right.
make me mad. So
You
give
me
me
both.
somebody that I can see a twinkling of crazy in, and I'm gonna be all right.
That's right. That's right. And you also just had your fourth child, right?
Whew, yeah. And that's just, here's the deal. I love all of my kids. I have a 14-year-old daughter, a 11-year-old son, a 3-year-old son, and then a 4-month-old baby girl. I tell people all the time, even if you make decisions to not have children, God can decide that you need to have another children, and so we did, and it was nerve wracking at first because my wife, was so sick, but God's blessed us, and she's a good baby. All my kids are great, and we had planned on having two. But I couldn't imagine life without the other two,
Sure.
and I just say they're the blessings I didn't know I needed, and so hopefully I'm trying to get them to come when I come up there,
Yeah, that's
at
what I was
least
just
some
gonna
of them,
say. Are they
because
coming?
I want to be able to come. I got buses, so I could travel and bring my family. That was the
Awesome.
most important thing to me as I started back traveling a lot. Was I wanted to make sure that if my family could come, they could,
Yeah.
and so we're gonna see how that baby will travel a little bit shorter distance than the than the whole big old haul to Columbiana. So if she travels well, then we'll probably see y'all up there, all of us.
That's great. So just to recap, thanks so much, Cliff, for spending so much time with us. It's Sunday, July 20th. The show starts at 7 o'clock. We get tickets at atthecat.com, or actually on Cliff, you've got a link on your socials too, right? Do you want to shout
Yes,
out
sir.
what your
Yep.
socials
Yep.
are? And
You can go to cliffpreston.com. And I also have X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. I have Instagram. The link to this concert will be on all of those. We're excited, and I want you to be there. I want to meet you. I've made sure that I don't leave without meeting everybody who wants to meet me. Not that I feel like I'm anybody special, but I believe ministry happens face to face. And
Sure.
so can't wait to meet everybody and hang out a little bit. And we're going to have a blast.
Yep. We're excited.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's super exciting. The concert does start at 7, but the doors open at 6. So we can come and get your seats and be ready for when Mr. Thies goes on to open. And yeah, super excited. July 20th.
July 20th. And that's what's happening at the Cat.
That's what's happening at the Cat. Thank you, Cliff.
Thanks, Cliff.
Thank
Have
y'all.
a great day.
See ya.
See ya.
Y'all too.